And we are back for the deciding Game 5 of the 2030 NLDS. We did our job. We went to Arizona, won at least one of those games to get us back home. Now the do or die Game 5. Back on our own home field. Got to hope that our fans are going to be enough to propel us to this victory. See the scores. We've traded victories back and forth in the first 4 games, even though we were ahead in all 4 of those games. Should have swept them. We get to this Game 5, and on the mound, Paul Skenes pitched a great Game 1 and got no decision out of it. Hopefully he can pitch another gem, and on the mound for them, George Kirby, the guy with the less than 2 ERA. It's the Arizona Diamondbacks. It's the Washington Nationals. It's Game 5 of the NLDS here on MLB The Show 26. And there he is. Our $45 million man, Paul Skenes. See what he did in Game 1. Pitched great. Bullpen let him down. And hopefully he will have another one of those starts tonight. Counting on him to keep them off the board until our offense can get some runs. Gabriel Moreno is going to be leading things off. 1-2 pitch to him is strike 3. Takes the sweeper at the knees, and that's how we start. Game 5 with a strikeout. Moreno struck out 4 straight times now against Skenes. See the lineup, exact same one they had against right-handed pitching the entire series. That'll bring in De La Cruz, had 3 hits, including a home run in Game 4, so he's one of their hottest bats right now. 0-1 count on him. There's the pitch from Skenes. That's a line shot into left field, racing in, and Dunbar's got it knee high. Wasn't sure if he was going to get there or not, but he did at the very last minute. De La Cruz thought it was going to drop as well. And that'll bring in Marte, who's also really hot right now. 1-2 count on him, and the pitch. And strike 3 at the knees. He takes it. So Skenes gets 2 Ks in the inning. 1-2-3, top of the first. Go to the bottom half. Let's see if he can get early runs in this game. And on the mound, as I said before, George Kirby. See what he did in Game 1. We got 3 runs in 5 innings and got him out early, get to their bullpen. See if we can do the exact same thing tonight. Do not want him pitching deep into the game. He's a really good pitcher. And the first man up, Tom McVeigh, 474 in this series. He has been a pest for them. Runs the count full. There's the pitch. There's a ground ball in the hole. Backhanded by De La Cruz. Throws across his body, and he gets him. Wow. What a play there. I thought for sure that was going to get through. Here's our lineup. We flipped Dunbar and Pasquantino, so Vinny's going to hit up 5th because we want that hot bat higher in the order. Otherwise, everything stays the same. What a play by De La Cruz. Now to bring in CJ. See, he's up to 267 now, so he's added 100 points to his average. Nobody on, 1 out. 1-0 pitch is on the way. There's a pop-up on the infield. De La Cruz is going to settle and have that. And that'll be the second out here in the bottom of the first. Now to bring in Wyatt. Had a big sac fly in last game. Behind 0-2. Here's Kirby's pitch. And swing, late swing, pitch in the dirt. Strike 3. Throw down to first. And both pitchers have a 1-2-3 first inning here in Game 5. It was kind of a pitcher's duel in the first game of the series. We might have another one here in Game 5. Clemens, Carroll, and Bohm coming up. There he is, Cody Clemens, up to 190 now. Had a couple of hits last game. Behind 0-1. Here's Skenes' pitch. And jam shot, fly ball into right field towards the corner. Wood is going to settle and have that. And there we go, 1 up, 1 down here in the second inning. That'll bring in Corbin Carroll. Had his number. He's hitless in Game 4. 0-1 pitch is on the way. There's a line shot in the left field, and that's right at Dunbar. So that's his second out. Hit that ball hard, but right at the left fielder. Dunbar's been very busy in this series. Carroll thought he had a hit, but that ball was hanging too much. And that'll bring in Bohm. See his numbers in the postseason. Got him for the last out of the game in Game 4. 1-0 count on him. And the pitch. And there's a line drive right to Abrams at second base for the third out. So quick 1-2-3 inning. In fact, that was a 6-pitch inning. Only 2 pitches to each batter. Going to help us later in the game as we go to the bottom of the second inning. And leading off for the Nationals, James Wood. See that less than expected average in OPS. 1-1 count. Come on, James, you're overdue. There's a high fly ball into right field. Racing back is Carroll, and that ball is not coming back. See you later. James Wood, first home run of the postseason, 390 feet into right center field, gets us on the board early. Quick 1-0 lead. There we go. Said he was due. He was overdue. And he hit that just towering shot, and Carroll ran out of room. There we go, James. What I asked for. Here's a replay. High towering shot. Look how high that was, above the height of the lights. And Carroll just ran out of room. All right, there we go. 1 run in, and Vinny's at the plate, hitting 500 with a 1438 OPS in the series. I would say he's just a little bit hot. Down in the count, 1-2. Here's Kirby's pitch. There's a smash in the center field. Racing over is Robert, and he takes it on the run. Ball just hung up too long, but another hard hit ball by Pasquantino. That's the first out here in the second inning. That'll bring in Okamoto. Did not get a hit in those 2 games in Arizona, so his average is down to 353 now. Behind 1-2. Here's the pitch. And a little ground ball to short. Grabbed there by De La Cruz. Takes his time. Easy throw, and that's a second out here in the second inning. That'll bring in Dunbar. Still looking for his first home run in the postseason this year. Nobody on, 2 out, 3-2 count. Here's the pitch. And ball 4 high. So there we go. Get a man on with 2 outs. See if we can get a 2-out rally going. That'll bring in Eli. You know he's got plenty of power. 2-2 count on him. Here's the pitch from Kirby. There's a fly ball in the left center field. Cody Clemens racing over, and he's going to have that on the run for the 3rd out. But James Wood, solo shot leading off the inning, gives us an early 1-0 lead in this do-or-die Game 5. We just got to keep them off the board in the top half of the next inning. And leading off, be first baseman Nolan Shanwell. See what he's done in the postseason. Not much power. It's kind of a light 804 OPS. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Skenes. There's a tapper to first base. McVay's got it. Flip to the pitcher, and there's 1 up, 1 down on 2 pitches. So he's only needed 8 pitches to get the last 4 outs. Waldschmidt steps in. Here's the first pitch. There's a ground ball to short. Backhanded by Willits. Throw to first. And a quick 1 pitch out. So 3 pitches for 2 outs. These guys are not making Skenes work at all tonight. That'll bring in Luis Robert. See what he's done in the postseason. He did have 2 doubles off Skenes in Game 1. At least 2 in the game itself. Here's the 0-1 pitch. There's a fly ball into right field towards the line. Racing over. Woods got it on the run. And that was a very quick 5-pitch inning for Paul Skenes. He's only thrown 25 pitches in this game. George Kirby had a 25-pitch inning last inning. All right, leading things off here in the bottom of the 3rd, catcher Harry Ford. He's hitting 375, and he gets hit. There you go. It's one way to get a leadoff man, as he takes it on the shoulder, kind of a painful way, but yeah, 1 on, nobody out now for Tom McVay. 9 for 20 in the series. Count is even at 2. There's the pitch. And there's a soft line drive to short, and De La Cruz snags that for the first out. Kind of jammed him there, didn't get much wood on it. That'll bring in CJ. 1 on, 1 out. First pitch from Kirby. There's a shot snagged by Shanwell, and a runner gets back. Almost a double play. Man, he smoked that hard, and Shanwell leaping grab. Let's see the replay. Absolute rocket. Jumps, gets it, and tries to tag him on the way back, but Ford gets back safely. Now bring in Langford now with 1 on and 2 out. Struck out his first time. Down 1-2. Long look. Here's the pitch. And swing and miss, and he strikes out again on the slider. So we get the leadoff man on. Can't do anything with it. This game's going to head to the 4th inning. 1-0 good guys. Paul Skenes is on fire tonight. And leading off top of the 4th, back to the top of the order, Gabriel Moreno. Struck out his first time. He struck out 4 straight times against Skenes. Here's the 2-2 pitch. And ground ball up the middle, grabbed by Willits, fires to first, and there we go. One out here in the fourth as Moreno finally puts the ball in play against Skenes in the series. That'll bring in Ellie, flied out his first time. Nobody on. One out here, top of the fourth. He's down 0-2. Here's Skenes' pitch. And the ground ball to short again. Willits backhand, throw to first. There we go. Handles both of those. 2 up, 2 down. That'll bring in Marte. Struck out looking his first time. See his numbers in this series. He said he had a rough regular season. He is hot in this one. 1-2 count and the pitch. And he swings a pitch off the plate. The same changeup he took for strike 3. Swings and misses and strikes out. And Paul Skenes, 12 up, 12 down through 4. Man, James Wood, solo shot in the second inning. He's going to lead things off here in the fourth. If he can get on base to start the inning again. 2-2 count and the pitch. There's a high fly ball into left center field. Clemens and Robert. Looks like Robert's going to take this one on the run. And there's 1 up, 1 down here in the bottom of the fourth inning. That'll bring in Vinny. Lined out hard to center field his first time. First pitch swinging. Here's a high fly ball into left field. Clemens racing back to the track. And just in front of the wall, he's got it. And Vinny is hitting everything hard right now and not getting any luck tonight. Tip of the cap to go get that one. And that'll bring in Okamoto. A little bit of a slump here. Hasn't had a hit since game 2. Behind 0-2. Here's Kirby's pitch. And swing and a miss on a high fastball. He strikes out. So we go down 1-2-3. Absolute pitcher's duel going on here in game 5. As we head to the 5th, we're up 1-0. And Cody Clemens going to lead things off for the Diamondbacks. 3 for 13 in the series. Flied out his first time. He's down 0-2. Here's the pitch from Skenes. And strike 3 on the outside corner with the splitter. It's a quick strikeout here. That's number 4 for Skenes. That'll bring in Carroll. He lined out his first time. Nobody on, 1 out. A lot of speed. Got to keep him off the bases. Here's the 0-1 pitch. There's a little fly ball into left center field. Dunbar racing over. He's going to have that one again. And there we go. 2 up, 2 down. Skenes handling their bats tonight. And that'll bring in Bohm. First pitch to him. There's a ground ball to short. Willits has it. Throw to first, and another quick 1-2-3 inning for Paul Skenes. As we head to the bottom of the 5th, it's still 1-0 good guys. And leading off for the good guys, give me Jeremy Dunbar. See what he's done in the series. Like I said before, still looking for his first home run, but we'll take a hit, take a walk. 3-2 pitch is, he clipped the edge. I thought that was ball 4, and that's a new strike zone strikeout there. 4th for Kirby, and that'll bring in Willits. He's 0 for 1 on the night. 4 hits in the series. 0-1 count on him. Here's the pitch. There's a fly ball in the left center field. Racing in is Robert. Now it's Clemens on the run. He grabs that. Wasn't sure anybody was going to get that. And that's the second out of the inning. That'll bring in Harry Ford. A hit by pitch last time up. Nobody on. 2 out. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. There's a pop-up foul ball up the first base side over by the coach's box. And Shanwell's going to have that. So we go down weekly 1-2-3 here in the bottom of the 5th. George Kirby trying to match scoreless innings with Skenes. We're up 1-0 as we head to the 6th. And Shanwell's going to be the first man up here. Arizona looking to get somebody on base. He's behind 0-2. Pitch number 46 from Skenes is a ground ball to first. Grabbed there by McVeigh. He's going to race to the bag, and there's 1 up, 1 down. He's only thrown 46 pitches, and we're 1 out into the 6th. And that'll bring in Ryan Waldschmidt. Grounded out his first time. Nobody on and 1 out and an 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. Swing and miss, and he strikes out on a four-seamer at the letters. Skenes on a roll. Strikeout number 5. 2 up, 2 down here in the inning. See this replay. Straight gas right at the letters, and he was way late on that one. And that'll bring in Luis Robert. Nobody on and 2 outs. You know he can hit off Skenes, so here's the 1-2 pitch. And swing and a miss, he strikes out on a four-seamer. So now Skenes has a strikeout pitch going as he sets him down 1-2-3 again. head to the bottom half. 1, 2, and 3 coming up for the Nationals. There's McVay, 0 for 2 on the night. See if he can get on base. We need some more runs. 1, I don't think is going to be enough. 2-2 count, and Kirby's pitch is a ground ball, and that is through for a base hit. Marte couldn't get there. So now we have our leadoff man on here in the bottom of the 6th. You know what that means. We're not going to mess around. It's going to be the first pitch every time. And they're going to the bullpen before we can do that. That's going to be it for Kirby. And bringing in the lefty, it's going to be Blake Walston. I thought it was going to be Sal Frank, but it's Walston. So lefty on lefty. Maybe he's got a better pickoff move. I don't know. No, he's going to send him on the first pitch. CJ in there. There he goes. Here's the pitch. Strike. Throw down. And he's in safely. So now we have potential second run sitting out there at second base. 0-2 count, though, on Abrams. Just need to put the ball in play to the right side. Here's a pitch. There's a high fly ball in the center field. Robert resting back. McVay's going to tag. Here's the catch. There he goes. Here's the throw. Relay is just late. And McVay makes the third base. Now we have a man in third base with less than 2 out. Langford up. We just need to get this ball on the ground to the right side or in the air anywhere out of the infield. There's a high fly ball in the center field. Did his job. Robert's ready. Sets under it. Catch. Tag. Here's the throw. And he is safe. And there we go. Add-on run. Up 2-0 now here in the 6th. Good job to manufacture that run. That'll bring in Wood, who's hit a solo home run earlier in the game. Nobody on and 2 out. Walston, 1-1 pitch. There's a ground ball, second base. Marte's got it. Throw to first. And that's the third out. But the Nationals, like I said, manufacture a run, double this lead, get it up to 2-0. We have a gem being tossed by Paul Skenes. And leading off here in the top of the 7th, back to the top of the order. Gabriel Moreno up. He's 0 for 2 on the night. Skenes, 1-2 pitch on the way. And swing and miss, and he strikes him out again on the sweeper. And there's 1 out here in the 7th inning. 7th strikeout of the game. There's his pitch arsenal tonight. Four-seamer, sweeper, splitter, circle change, not too many sinkers. Now to bring in Ellie. He's 0 for 2 on the night. Got to keep his speed off the bases. Runs the count full, though. There's the pitch. And it's a ground ball, second base. Abrams has it. Throw to first, and there we go. 2 up, 2 down here in the 7th inning. Paul Skenes, not going to say what's going on, but you know what's going on. Marte stepping in. He struck out twice tonight on the changeup away. Nobody on and 2 out. 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. And swing and miss on a fastball up in, and he strikes him out for the 3rd time tonight. And Paul Skenes is through 7 innings. No one has ever touched the base in this game for Arizona. And leading off here in the bottom half is going to be Vinny. He's hit the ball hard twice and nothing to show for it tonight. See if he can get on and get another rally going. He's up 3-1. Here's the pitch from Walston, and it's a ground ball right to, oh, bad hop past Bohm into left field. So he is going to get on with a base hit. So that kind of makes up for the 2 hard hit balls that got nothing. And we're going to bring in Bucks in the pinch run. Need to try and steal our way into scoring position and get another tack-on run. Okamoto at the plate. No, we're not messing around. There he goes. Here's the pitch. Strike. Throw down, and it's not even close. It's now a tack-on run sitting out there 90 feet closer. Okamoto can get a big RBI here. He's behind 0-2, though. Here's the pitch. And swing and a miss and a pitch in the dirt. Throw down to first. That's the first out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Now bring in Dunbar. Come on, Jeremy, do something. Here's the pitch. Runner goes, throw down, and there we go. Buxton catches everybody sleeping as he steals third base. So now Dunbar just needs to put the ball in play somewhere. Got a really good jump, lefty on the mound, and the throw wasn't even close. So now we have man on third, less than 2 out. They got to pull the infield in. Dunbar just got to get this ball out of the infield. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and there's a shot into left field. Clemens drifting back. Here's the catch. There's the tag. Here's the throw. And it's not on line, and run is in, and there we go. Tack on run, number 3. So you get the RBI, sac fly, and that'll bring in Willits. 0 for 2 with 2 flyouts tonight. I think that should be enough for Skenes the way he's throwing tonight, but you never know. 1-1 count on Eli. Here's the pitch. There's a line drive caught by Marte at second base for the third out. But hey, we manufacture another run, single, 2 stolen bases, and a sac fly. We're up 3-0 as we head to the top of the 8th inning. And leading things off, it's going to be Cody Clemens. You saw that on the screen. Paul Skenes is perfect through 7 innings. 0-2 count on Clemens. Here's the pitch, and swing and a miss. Strike 3, strikes him out. It's strikeout number 9 for Skenes. That'll bring in Corbin Carroll. He's hitless on the night. Thank God we have a 3-run lead. They're going to need 2 base runners. He's behind 0-2. Skenes looking for that high fastball punch out. Here's the pitch. And swing and a miss, and he gets him as well. Strikeout number 10 for Skenes. He's through 7 2/3 innings. And that'll bring in Bohm. He's a dangerous hitter, even though he's hitless tonight. Nobody on, 2 out, top of the 8th. 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. Here's a fly ball into center field, racing back. Here's Langford. He's got it, and that's the 3rd out. So we are through 7.5 innings. Paul Skenes hasn't allowed anybody to reach base as we head to the bottom of the 8th. And leading off will be Harry Ford. 0-for-1 tonight with a hit by pitch. Nationals 3-0 lead here. See if we can get a man on base, get another run. Alston's 0-1 pitch. And there's a line drive into left center field, and that ball is gone into the bullpen. Harry Ford goes deep again. His 2nd home run of the series. An absolute laser beam over the left center field wall, and his hot postseason continues. Man, the offense he has given us in the bottom of the order. See the replay. Right down the middle, turns on it, and just smashes a line drive right over the wall. Clemens actually thought he had a chance, but that just got out of here in a hurry. There we go. And that's going to be it. Walston's out of this game. We have a 4-0 lead now. Coming in out of the pen is going to be right-hander Bryce Jarvis. Hasn't fared much better in this series either. We have nobody on, nobody out. Back to the top of the order, Tom McVeigh. First pitch to him is a ground ball. Backhanded by De La Cruz. Throws across his body and gets him again. My goodness. De La Cruz has robbed McVeigh of 3 hits in this series, 2 in this game alone. Unbelievable. And that'll bring in CJ. He's 0-for-3 on the night. Don't care. I just want to get to the top of the 9th right now. 1-2 count on CJ. Here's the pitch. There's a line drive off the first baseman. Flip to the pitcher, and he beats Abrams to the bag. So that's a 2nd out here in the bottom of the 8th inning. And that'll bring in Langford. 0-for-2. RBI sac fly for the 2nd game in a row. He's down 1-2. One pitch from Jarvis. Swing and miss, and a pitch in the dirt. Throw down to first, and that's the 3rd out. And after that home run, I just want to get this inning over with and get us onto the top of the 9th. We have a 4-0 lead, and that's the man of the hour right there. Just needs 3 more outs. And defensive sub here, Seaver King's going to go in and play second base. Got much better defense than CJ. And the first man at the plate is going to be Nolan Shonwell. He's 0-for-2 on the night. Works the count even at 2. There's the pitch from Skenes. There's a line drive, base hit to center field, and there goes the no-hitter, the perfect game. Man, gets all the way to the 9th inning, and first man up, gets rid of it. That would have been the 2nd one I've ever thrown on camera if he could have gotten it. I got one with Aaron Nola in my Rockies franchise. You want to go to my playlist and check that out. Skenes, not done yet, though. He's got to face Waldschmidt now with 1 on and nobody out. He's hitless on the night. This will be pitch number 89 for Skenes. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and he strikes him out. Strikeout number 11 for Skenes. Right there shows you number 11, and that'll bring in Luis Robert. He's 0-for-2 with a strikeout on the night. Perfect game might be over. We got to finish this game off. 1-2 pitch to Robert. And swing and miss. He strikes out as well. So strikeout number 12 for Skenes on a strikeout roll in the second half of this game. It's only gotten stronger, and that'll bring in Gabriel Moreno, leadoff hitter, 0-for-3 with 2 strikeouts. He's struck out 5 times in 6 at-bats in this series against Skenes. Count goes full. And swing and miss, he strikes him out. The Nationals win the NLDS. They're going back to the NLCS. And Paul Skenes pitches an absolute gem here in Game 7. Falls one pitch shy of a perfect game. But the Nationals battle back, got the wins when they needed them. Should have been a sweep, but I'll take a win in 5 games. We had everything tonight. Offense was great. Defense was great. Pitching was phenomenal. And we're moving on in the postseason. Let's look at this box score. 1 hit, Nolan Shanwell, that's it. 13 strikeouts. Kirby lasts only 5 innings again, does better, only gives up 2 runs, but Walston gives up 2 himself. On our side, nobody had multiple hits. We only had 4 hits in the game. We had 2 home runs, stole 2 bags, and Paul Skenes, 9 innings, 1 hit, no runs, no walks, 13 strikeouts. Absolutely filthy. And he no-hit them for the first 5 2/3 innings in Game 1, so I'm not really surprised. And I thought to myself, I'm going to throw a no-hitter with them once, and almost got it done tonight, but just fell short. Like I was saying about Aaron Nola, go check the NLDS against the Cardinals. He threw a perfect game in Game 5 of that series. Wow, that was amazing. And it was so close. I actually really wasn't that nervous in the 9th inning. I thought I was going to get Shanwell out with that pitch, but hit that line shot straight to center field and came that close to another perfect game on legend pitching. So, hey, we got the dub. That's all that matters. And now we get to take on the Dodgers. And the Yankees knocked off the A's. So 2 wildcard teams, Seattle and the Yankees, make it to the ALCS. And 2 division winners in the Dodgers and the Nationals make it to the NLCS. So it should be a very exciting LCS on both sides. We have a team from the East Coast in each league and a team from the West Coast in each league. So there we go. Well, that wraps up that series. And now we get to reset. I'm going to go take Ullman out of our pitching staff, add Roki Sasaki. I really needed him to pitch middle relief in this series. Would have made a huge difference. So we're going to make that switch and see how it goes from there. But hey, if you guys like the content, please like, subscribe, comment, share it out, hit that notification bell so you know when the first episode of the NLCS goes live. I'll see you guys soon, and go Nats.